learn a lot from you guys as well. I watched Jason Mon's GT presentation. That was phenomenal. We don't run that, but really think about putting it in for this year. So really appreciate you guys having me on. Obviously, I know a lot of the guys here. We recruit the Valley very, very heavily. 65% of our team from the state of Arizona, and signed 20 guys last year. So love doing this. When this is over, if you guys anytime, would love to learn some ball from you guys as well and go through it. I'm going to take you guys through some of our passing game. I saw Noel's presentation had some similar stuff on mine. So I'm going to start with actually some of our RPO calls and go through that. So I'll go ahead and share my screen here and get rolling. Okay, so just first little PowerPoint going through here. We were able to have quite a bit of success on offense last year. We had 484 yards per game, which was third in the country. We were actually first in the country in passing the football. I would like to be a little more balanced, but more just based on the personnel that we had a really good quarterback come back for his senior year. We averaged 37 points per game, which was 10th in the country, and 53 total touchdowns. I think the thing that was best for us as an offense is we really spread it around. Coming into the year, we had graduated a lot of elite receivers. And so we had 6 career receptions in our receiver group and ended up leading the country in passing, and really only had 3 healthy guys. And those guys did a great job and ended up 8th, 31st, and 60th in the country in yards per game. And testament to Coach Taylor. He's a Mesa High graduate, went to UCLA, and now our wide receiver coach does a phenomenal job with that group. But we take pride in being the best in the country at throwing the ball around, and we'll get into some of the scheme stuff here, okay? All right, so to start out, okay, we want to have the defense to defend 53 1/3, okay? So we have these first 2 plays I'm going to show you. These are tempo calls for us, which are the exact same plays for the offensive line, tight end, and running back. And the only difference is the RPOs that we have tagged with it, okay? So here's a look. We're playing Western New Mexico, obviously. Loading the box here, 3rd and 2, bringing a pressure. We're running inside zone, insert zone to the field, okay? So the tackle, okay, locked on, okay? Field side, all right, working up to Mike, all right? And then the tight end is going to insert for the backside backer, okay? Over here to the field, all right? This is what we call a dilly read. So do I love it for the quarterback? It's his pre-snap read on this play, okay? This is also, you could call it a take, okay? You could call it a gift, okay? He's going to love it if we have a 2-by-2 matchup, okay, with the single high safety in the middle of the field, or in this case, all right, there is no single high safety. We have over here what we call a slice concept. All right, so we have an inside fade and a slant route, okay? These routes are also dictated by the corner, all right? So if they want to, okay, high-low you, they got the corner off here, okay? Pressed on number 2, all right? Now he's going to go and get a rub on the corner, okay? And we're reading it 1 to 2, all right? In this case, both guys pressed. We're going, okay, 1 to the inside fade, 2 on the slant, okay? So let's take a look at it here, all right? Just going through it. Here's an example of a loaded box, all right? We're going to take our take, all right, and throw the inside fade to our guy going and winning, okay? This outside receiver is not doing a great job versus press. We'd like for him to execute a squirt release. So work up, attack half his body, all right? I have to get to a depth of 3 yards and then throw him by, and my aiming point is going to be 6 yards on the hash, all right? I'm coming out of this, okay? Really flat. It's almost an in cut in college because of the way those corners can take it away. This squirt release technique also buys time for the inside receiver to step on toes and go and win, which he's going to do with, again, the corner pressed, all right? So there's the slice technique. to the boundary, all right? This is also an example, okay? Our offensive line is not going to push this, okay, to the perimeter, all right? So this outside backer, the quarterback has to control. In this look right here, he's going to tell the back, stay, 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 and the back's going to go and block him. So technically, we end up with the 7-man protection RPO, all right, with 3 wide receivers releasing on their routes. All right, so here's a good look at him taking it, and it's rocker step, ball should be out. Obviously, MA on the quarterback, he's got to give that stay call to the back, all right, so that he can block that blitzing backer. Okay, and again, we're going to drop this in 18 to 22 yards. We tell that slot receiver step on toes, all right, widen, and I'm going chin to shoulder so I can continue to accelerate and find the football. All right, that's a good look at Riley Langton running it. Really good slot receiver we have out of Campo Verde. All right. Okay, going to the second clip here. All right. All right, taking a look at it here. All right. So again, my pre-snap read on this play, 2 over 2, Dilly read, acronym, do I love it? You can call it a take. If it's 2 over 2, all right, man to man, I'm taking it. Again, another look at the corner pressed. Therefore, this slot receiver is not worried about getting a rub. He's going to step on toes and go and win, and we're trusting him to go and win, okay? Quarterback here, Daniel Bridgegath from Paradise Valley, okay? Rocker step, ball out of his hand. He's going to take the Dilly read that he loves, okay? Heck of a grab here by Brandon Porter, okay, on the first play of the game against Weber State, okay? All right, another look at it on how we're handling it up front, okay? Obviously, we're locking the backside, insert zone, tackle lock there, okay? Guard lock there, all right? We're going 3 for 3 here on the front side. The running back is responsible for the backside backer, okay? Excuse me, tight end responsible for the backside backer, all right? And then obviously, if we had a threat of edge pressure, that's the stay call, and that's why we ended up moving our back to pistol. This second year, he would go and block him right now, okay? And we'd have technically a 7-man protection for the quarterback on our RPO game, okay? So again, rocker step, letting that go, okay? 18 to 22 yards, man-to-man inside fade. All right, okay. Now here's a look at it. All right, we talked about my pre-snap Dilly Reed as the quarterback. All right, now we got a 3 over 2. Okay, 3 over 2. I do not love it. Okay, now my eyes are going to come to this boundary safety. All right, obviously 3 over 2. Look, now we have a split safety defense. Boundary safety read now. Okay, this guy. Okay, he comes and plays run. He ends up being the 7th hat in the box that we do not have a hat for, okay? So if he comes and plays run, we're running a bang 8 post right behind him. And this receiver also has conversion rules, okay? And we've gone back and forth on this. I think it's based on your personnel. If you have a guy who's a physical guy who can win versus press, and this guy comes and plays the run fit, I'm going to inside release him, press back into him, strike and separate, okay? We had smaller receivers this year, so if they got pressed, we just told him to go and win on the fade route, and we're still just reading, okay? The boundary safety, okay? 6 for 6 in the box. We got what we want in the box. Here's the 7th defender that can add to the box, okay? So taking a look at it, riding and reading off of him. Obviously, they're clouding this boundary receiver, so I'm going to hand the ball off, and we're still going to want to accelerate off the disconnect here, okay? Hold the backside defensive end and backer, get better angles for the blocks, okay? Good look at it, though. As far as having 6 for 6 in the box, hand this off, all right? And we're getting 16 yards downfield before the safety, okay, can make a tackle on our running back. So again, we'll take a look at this, all right? Tight view here. Okay, single into 29. All right, obviously. Okay, fan in the backside, tight end up for the backer, number 51. Okay, riding and reading off the boundary safety if I don't have my pre-snap dilly read. Again, guys, this is a tempo call for us offensively. All right, so this is very difficult for the defense to defend because they have to defend an inside fade, a slant to the field, a bang 8 post or conversion in the boundary. And if you want to be light in the box, we got numbers in the box. Okay. So taking a look at it here, playing Cal Poly. All right, same look at it. Okay, 3/2 to the field. All right, Dilly Reed, no. Now I'm riding and reading off the boundary safety. Okay, he's obviously clouding the boundary receiver. I'm handing this thing off, and we got 6 for 6 in the box. Okay, the other thing that I want to talk to you guys about, on this insert zone play, is we want to play with tempo. We want to get lined up as fast as we can, and also create complexity for the defense. Okay, so this is a one-word call for us. Okay, and it tells them we're running insert zone to the field. We got our slice concept out here. All right, and our bang 8 post route to the boundary. Okay, we call this fire one in our offense. Okay, everybody knows. Okay, and it's based upon field and boundary. All right, we did a study. 90% of the game is going to be played on a hash. Okay, it's in the middle of the field in college football. 10% of the game. So we wouldn't be able to call this in the middle of the field. Okay, but everyone knows we're running insert inside zone of the field. All right, we have our slice, we have our bang 8 post, and then the good thing about this play is being able to create complexity for the defense where it's simple for us. We tell the tight end to line to execute, align as fast as you can. So he gets this call from the sideline. He can align here, he can align here. He could align in 20 personnel look. It does not matter. He knows that he's responsible for the backside inside backer. Okay, so we can run it out of 3-4 different formations out of a single call for us offensively. Just tell him align as fast as you can to run the play. Okay. So again, here's a look at it. All right, again, taking a look at it. We're fanning, fanning the backside, working our double to 46, all right, and our tight end coming for 42. Okay, same look at it where our running back, all right, is technically not touched till 10 yards downfield. Our wide receiver right here has to do a better job transitioning. So I don't get the football, I turn into a blocker. We'd like to see him go and get a hat on number 8 instead of just stopping on the play. Okay. One more look at it here. Okay, taking a look at it here, same thing. All right, Dilly Reed, do not love it. Keenan Reed in the boundary safety. Obviously, Cal Poly was a quarters team who this boundary safety, as soon as he saw a run, he was getting in the run fit. Okay, so here's a look at him as a quarter safety, really bombing the box here. Okay, quarterbacks going to mesh point, reading the defensive back, sees that he's attacking the box, the safety. He's going to disengage, rocker step, and let the ball go. Okay, wants to throw this thing, all right, near the hash, where we talk about creating the trust angle at wide receiver, all right, where we're putting our body between the ball and the defender. So again, that could be an extremely steep angle where it almost turns into an in cut. We tell him on this, we have free access. We're going to get to our 4th outside step and cross face. That's going to ensure that we're past 10 yards on our route. Okay, so should catch this thing near the hash, 12 to 15 yards. Again, if he's pressed, we have conversion rules on. Okay, and then again, we just like to see the wide receiver, once he catches this thing, trust his speed and knife the defense. Okay, tries to make too many moves in space here. All right, another thing that we tell our quarterback on either of these, if he goes to take his Dilly Reed or if he goes to take this a pound post and the safety flies off the hash, or this safety plays back and now takes away, okay, that bang 8 post route, now just follow the back. Now you become the runner. The back is taught ball the backer. I don't get it, okay? I'm going to go and lead up and find the next guy to block, okay? Okay, next look at it here, okay? Now, okay, so again, that was fire 1 in our offense, okay? Now we have our fire 2 call, okay? Exact same play for the offensive line, the tight end, and the running back, okay? Obviously, we're running pistol inside zone, all right, tracking the center's butt as far as the back's aiming point. Now it's just different RPOs across the board for the wide receivers, okay? And the quarterback is now, okay, gonna work his midline footwork opening the opposite way. Okay, so since that aiming point in the back is the same, we're now able to open up to the field. Okay, on this play now, okay, now we have a pre-snap dilly read to the boundary. Okay, we have a 5-step slant, which is our glance route. That is going to stay on versus everything. Okay, so our wide receiver does not do a great job of winning here. Okay, he's got to be more physical, pressing back into the defender and striking and separating. We're going to work this, okay? If we have a single high, okay, loaded box, all right? Look, so 7-man box with the single high safety, all right? We work a glance route instead of the bang 8, because a lot of times on the bang 8, he can come off and play it and still get into play if he's reading the quarterback, okay? With the glance route, since it's shorter, we still have separation from the backer, but can get it in there before the single high safety can come and make a play on the football or our wide receiver, okay? Again, we're running this play at tempo. So our quarterback reads this as a too high look. So we don't love it here, okay? With the safety being off the hash to the boundary, we're going to read the apex backer here, okay? And he becomes the 7th defender in conflict, okay? So taking a look at it here, all right, we're going to the mesh. He steps up for the run, okay? Now we'll go, all right, to our window concept, all right, which we tell this slot receiver, I'm just going to wrap around this backer, okay? Going to end up happening at 6 to 8 yards. And then this outside receiver is going to run a 5-yard in cut. So if I don't have my dilly read on the glance, okay, I'm working 1 to 2. All right, so here's a look at that apex guy, okay, bombing the box, all right? Going to run that wrap route in behind him, okay, put it on him. Okay, and we liked for our wideout to get flatter coming out of this thing again, okay? This is our man beater versus single high, okay? This is our 7th defender zone beater. He adds to the box. I want to be able to wrap in behind him and get in that soft spot, okay? He almost runs into the safety here, okay? And again, we don't work our dilly read. We're reading that apex guy. He steps up. We're 1 to 2. Wrap route to my 5-yard in cut. Okay, so again, okay, number 7 is the conflict defender because we don't have our dilly read, our pre-snap read to start the play. Okay, taking a look at it. All right, offensive line, 4 down linemen responsible for 15 in the box. All right, tight end coming for the backside backer, number 4. And then the conflict defender is number 7. Okay, midline footwork for the quarterback, exact same play for our offensive line, tight end and running back. Just changing the way the quarterback reads it and the RPOs tied to it. Okay, next look at it here. Here's a look at us playing Weber State, all right? They were a big man-to-man defense, a big load the box, okay? 7-man box team, all right? Obviously, we got 6 blockers on this insert zone play, okay? Here's a look at taking the dilly read, okay? So on this, difference between our first call when we had that slice concept onto the field and this one is we're still going to give a slight poke fake to the back, all right, to ensure that the backers are triggering downhill, okay, and we're running that glance route, all right, building that trust angle with the wide receiver, putting his body between the ball and the defender. Go look at Coleman Owen running it right there from Higley High School. Okay, so again, must cross his face. And here's a good look at that single high safety, not being able to get involved in the play because we're running a 5-step slant, all right, instead of that bang 8 post route, which we take 7 steps on. Okay, loaded box, all right, we're taking the glance route on the backside because of the single high. Dilly Reed look pre-snap from our quarterback. Quarterback does a good job of poke faking, disengaging, and then putting it on his upfield hand so our wideout can catch and run and knife the defense. Okay, another look at it here. So same game again. We're running this play at tempo, making them defend 53 and a third here. Okay, so taking a look at it, same look from the defense. All right, single highs actually even more to the field. Okay, almost on the hash here to the field. All right, we know we're taking that glance route to the boundary. Poke fake, disengage. Wideout's got to cross face and win. Okay, another local product there, Hendricks Johnson, Boulder Creek High School. Okay, taking a look at it from our game against Idaho here. Okay. Dilly Reed, no, does not love it to the boundary. Boundary safety off the hash. Okay. My Reed becomes this apex defender. All right. She's this backer right here. Okay. His eyes are on the number 2 receiver. So we got what we want in the box. We got 6 for 6 in the box. This is hand the ball off all the way. Okay. So he should be handing the ball off all the way. MA by the quarterback, ends up still trying to throw it, okay, and sticks it in there for a 10-yard gain or so, okay? But again, okay, we got the numbers we want in the box. We're putting the apex defender in conflict. He's taking away pass, hand this ball off. We got 6 for 6 in the box, okay? MA on the quarterback in that look, okay? All right, I'm going to transition here, all right, to more of our passing game. All right, just going through 2 concepts that we had this year, okay, that we really took advantage of and was able to get a lot of mileage out of. Unfortunately, don't have a lot of our clips here. This is clips from different teams, but this is the way that we run mesh. I know Coach Mazzoni took you guys through that earlier today on the way that they run mesh. This is the 2 different ways that we run mesh. So we have a field mesh concept and a boundary mesh concept, okay? Want to take you guys through that here, all right? Both 5-man pros, okay? So 5-man protection, think it's important when you go 5-man protection, the quarterback's got to know where his hots are and have the ability to get the ball out of his hand, all right? And also know what makes him hot in the protection, okay? So here's our version of 3-by-1 mesh. Get to it a lot of different ways, okay? But at the end of the day, okay, we're going to have, okay, 3-by-1 to the field, all right? So 3 receivers to the field can get to that a lot of different ways. A lot of times on this play, we're going to bring motion to establish if this is man or zone from the defense, okay? Quarterback's progression. We got a home run post, all right? Step on toes, stick, aim high, all right? Stay outside the hash. Only thing that's going to bring me across the hash is the quarterback's throw. All right, this is the alert for the quarterback. Okay, I'm going to work this as the quarterback if I have a cover 0 look, all right, or low quarter safety. Okay, so again, the low quarter safety, that's where I'm going to work that alert. Okay, number 2 on the rail route. All right, so he's going to work to step on toes. All right, getting a natural rub from the outside receiver, winning down the numbers. This is number 1 in the progression. Number 2, we're free releasing our back on the arrow route, okay? Very important on this arrow route. You tell the back that I'm going to point my foot, my outside foot at 4 yards so on the sideline with this angle. So we ensure that if we throw this, we're getting 4 yards. Nothing worse than calling this on 3rd and 2. All right, 3rd and 4, okay? He ends up catching this thing near the line of scrimmage. They tackle him. We don't get the first down, okay? So again, we got our alert. We got our number 1 on the rail, okay? Number 2 back in the flat, okay? Now here's our mesh, all right? So the backside guy is going to be the tag guy, All right. And then they have their rules off the tag. Okay. So if I'm the first receiver inside, I'm the one setting the mesh. Okay. I'm going to set this at 3 yards. And then how we set is opposite tackle box. I'm just going to, okay, hook up and zone. Okay. The guy run the mesh. All right. I'm aiming at the heels of the defensive lineman. All right. I'm going to stair step, scrape paint with the guy setting it, and then stay on the run. Okay. He's third in the progression, fourth in the progression over here in the opposite tackle box. Okay. So just taking a look at it here. Okay. Running it against our defense. Okay. In our 5-man protection, 3-man front, create a 4-man slide here. Okay. So offensive line is responsible for these 4 defenders. Okay. Tackles man on the 4-eye, and then quarterback knows if one of these 2 backers comes to the back, he's hot. All right. We do it that way. So his eyes are already over here. All right. One of these guys come, he's got to get the ball hot in the flat right now. Okay. Here's an example. All right. Of taking the home run post because we have that low, okay, quarters defense, safety not getting any depth. All right. Wideout does a great job stepping on toes, going and winning up over the top. Okay. And as you can see, okay, offensive line wise, again, okay, our quick game protection in a 3-man front, we're 4 for 4 right here. Okay. Tackle man on. One of these guys comes, all right, we're hot to the back. All right. All right, good throw. Again, 2 yards, 2 yards outside the hash is where I want that to land for the wide receiver. Okay. Next, look at it. All right. Pulled a few clips. This is a way that Coach Frost runs a mesh now at Nebraska. Okay. This is them running against Arizona State. And again, this is just an example of taking the alert, obviously a blown coverage from the defense, but throwing that home run post up over the top. Okay. Another look at it. Okay. Here's a look at us bringing our Z receiver in motion. All right. We want to snap this thing when he gets 6 yards from the outside receiver. Okay. So our splits aren't very good on this play running in practice. Okay. Obviously, there's no rub created. All right. On this play because he gets too close to the outside receiver. We want to be 4 to 6 yards from him when we snap it and him attack that defender with square shoulders before he attacks upfield. Okay. So again, this could be alert, possibly taking my alert. Okay. But my first read on the rail, no. Okay. Come down to my back. Okay. Yes to my back. All right. Get it to him on his upfield hand where he's got the ability to catch and run. Okay. If the back has leverage, put it on him. If not, it's because the backer ran and now I'm able to put it to the guy on the mesh. Okay. So good look at it here. Okay. 4-man front. Okay. 33 were to come. Obviously, we'd be hot. He's chasing the back there. We got leverage on it. We're putting it on him. Okay. Not very good by the mesh runners on that play. Okay. Next look at it here. Just lining up in it. All right. A look here where potentially we could be working, all right, our home run post, okay, as the alert pre-snap, we see the safety get depth, all right, so no to that, okay, so no to the alert, okay, my first read, okay, corner falling off on it, no, get the ball in the flat, okay, get the ball in the flat. Obviously, flat defender here's wrong, okay, number 50 right here. If he were to take away the flat, then we would go to our Z receiver, okay, crossing on the mesh. All right, okay, a few more looks at it here. Okay, same thing. Guy in motion is going to get to the number 2 position. Okay, here's a look where we'd be hot. Okay, they're bringing 6 right here. We got 5. Got to get the ball in the flat right now to the back. Okay, so again, okay, potentially working the alert. All right, But there you go, single high, okay? No to my rail, okay? Get the ball in the flat right now. Okay, good look at it. Okay, drop it to him. Obviously want to put it more in his upfield hand where he can catch and run. Okay, 58 coming here is going to make us hot. All right, get the ball in the flat. Okay, another look at it here. All right, just going through the progression. Okay, so again, no to my alert. Okay, go to my rail route, obviously. Okay, safety running with them. Okay, so no to my rail. Okay, come to number 2 in the progression, get the ball in the flat. Okay, good look at it there. This is one we experimented with a little bit this year as far as just having another thing, another passing concept that we could run out of 20 personnel and call our base concept out of it. Okay. All right. So here it is. Okay. I'm roping. Okay. We call that our T rope motion. Okay. Motion him out here. He's going to end up number 2, just sticking with their rules. Okay. Number 2 on the rail. Okay. No. All right. Drop it to my back in the flat. All right. That's one we got a lot of mileage out of this year. Unfortunately, just don't have the clips downloaded on it. So I had to use these ones. Okay, another look at it out of the 20 personnel look. Okay, condensed split here. Okay, but no, obviously, okay, deep safety, no to my alert right away. Okay, taking a look at my rail. This could be a look where I'd throw the rail. Okay, you see the take 2 post, taking the corner and the safety out of it. Okay, flat defender running with the rail. All right, if I trusted that matchup, I'd take it. Okay, so I could be taking my rail number 1, number 2 to the back. Okay, Mike runs with the back. All right, takes it away. So now I'm coming to my guy on the mesh. Okay, good look at it there. And again, the way we teach it, I know a lot of people teach green grass rules. There's a defender there. I'm going to burst and sit. Okay, if it's green grass, I'm going to stay on the run. With the way that we progress through it at quarterback, we feel like the timing of the play, all right, I'm only going to hit that guy on the run, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to hit him because the mic's expanding as he is in this clip. So I just want him to stay on the run. Okay, if I were to work the backside, all right, the backside runner here, it'd be because I went all the way through my progression, all right, and my built-in man beaters aren't open, all right, so he'd be sitting that opposite tackle box and zone. Okay, another look at it here. Okay, 20 personnel look. Okay, no to my alert. All right, obviously that backside safety could get in play. Okay, taking a look at the rail, running with my rail. I'm putting this on my back right now. Okay, he's got leverage. All right, on the backer. Put the ball in the back right now. Allow him to get at least a 4-yard gain, catch and run in space. Okay, this guy were to attack him, I'll be putting it on my mesh guy. This is an example of the mesh guy. Okay, on this. Okay, it looks like they don't know what they're doing. All right, this is the guy who's setting it. He's underneath. He's got to do a better job at stair stepping, all right, scraping paint and separating. And this guy's job is to get the rubbing man. So he should be running through his inside shoulder and then he's scraping paint off of him. All right. And then you can see the quarterback escape and get it to his 4th read in the progression. Try it. We'll get to the next one here. Okay, that was how we run mesh to the field. Okay, now here's a look at how we work our boundary mesh. Okay, so we call that one to the field mesh. All right, this one to the boundary we just call shallow. Okay, so this one's going to end up 2 by 2. All right, no matter how we call this, we're going to end up in a 2 by 2 set. All right, setting our protection in the field, re-releasing our back on a rail route to the boundary. So again, we're setting it to the field. Okay, in a 4-man front, okay, one of those 2 backers comes from the boundary. The back is taut, okay, chin to shoulder right now. We're putting it on him. Okay, so this is the quarterback's first read. Okay, he's got that back on the rail route. Okay, sweet progression for the quarterback. So he's just going from right to left here. Okay, We got H shallow called. Okay, so H is on the shallow. All right, he's aiming at the heels of the defensive lineman, building a 2, stair stepping, staying on the run. Okay, if I'm on the backside, okay, first wide out inside, setting it. All right, so he's setting it at 3 yards, sitting in the opposite tackle box. Okay, number 2 receiver, okay, backside, he's running an OTB, okay, at 10 yards over the ball. He knows, okay, both of these guys know they're going to get the ball in zone. So their sole purpose is to get rubs and then sit in their area. Okay, get rubs, sit in their area. Okay, right here, running back free releasing on the rail. All right, and then the H has got to do a great job of stair stepping. Okay, and then we just tag a stop route out here. Okay, for our alert versus press man-to-man if he were to love the matchup out here at quarterback. Okay, so taking a look at it here. Okay, this is a clip from the Super Bowl. You can see the back, okay, going and winning up over the top of man-to-man. This is a bad job, okay, by the Z receiver. Again, his sole purpose right now is to get a rub and then continue on his route. So he's got to rub that guy's shoulder, and the back would even be more wide open. Back does a great job of cleaning hands at the junction point and going and winning on his rail. Okay, so again, that'd be 8 shallow tag for us. Okay, another look at it. Here's the Chiefs doing it, okay? And again, another one, guys, that we can use motion pre-snap to determine man or zone, all right? Makes it easier for our guys in determining who they're getting a rub from, and then also the quarterback determining man or zone. Okay, so here's just a short motion with the tight end, but at the end of the day, we're going to get a 2-by-2 set, and we're running this to the boundary, okay? Looks like with the condensed split, okay, Broncos trying to pass that thing off, and man, don't do it in time. The man defender's trying to play over the top, so we're telling our back chin to shoulder right now. Okay. Kick me out for a second here. Okay, here we go. Motion the tight end down again. Okay, sweet progression for the quarterback. All right, so as we go through it, obviously these are clips where he's just taking his rail route. He's taking the first read in the progression. All right, but we're just reading it like a book, going left to right with it. All right, left to right. All right, and we'll get to those here in a second. Okay, taking another look at it. This is a play that Ohio State runs really frequently. Okay, bring the guy in motion. All right, we determined that this is man-to-man, okay? Up front here, okay, we'd 5 this, all right? So we blocked the 5 down guys, and the backer lined up in the A-gap, okay? Going full slide here, all right? But we block, all right, 5 guys down. This wideout does a great job getting the rub. Everybody can see that, okay? He sees the guy trying to fight over the top, does a great job getting the rub, all right? This is what this play's built for, okay? Guy tries to play over the top, back goes chin to shoulder, continues to stay on his rail route. All right, drive the ball on him. Okay, and we got our first read in the progression. Okay, here's a look at us running it, scrimmage last year. Okay, same thing right now. Okay, so again, our flat defender obviously doesn't do a great job here. Okay, he's running with the OTB, but we get a natural rub on him. He's not expanding to the flat right now. 3-step drop, put it on my first read. Okay, these 2 plays here, obviously great man beaters. We typically carry one in a third medium situation every game, just disguise and window dress how we get to it. All right, skip over some of these, just working the back there. Okay, here's a look at it. If you want to run it and you're a heavy tight end team, okay, here's a good look at it right here. We when we experimented running with this, we just said if we were to tag the Y on the shallow, we just told him with him this condensed, he's going to take a jab step and then go on his route. All right, because we felt like he got over there too fast if we went right now. Okay, so if you're running with the tight end attached, take a slight jab step so the quarterback can still peek the rail and then get down to him. As you can see in this look, okay, it's happening too fast. He's already over there, okay, in the same zone area as the rail route. Okay, there's another look at taking the rail. Okay, skip over these. We got a lot of these clips, okay? With how we install, fellas, we just go through the progression with the quarterback. So want to show clips of him taking the rail, okay? And then the next reading the progression would be him taking the shallow, okay, which it is right here, and just go through it. So here's us against UTEP, all right? 3rd and 6, all right? 3rd medium call, all right? We're bringing our H receiver in motion here. End of the day, again, with how we run our shallow concept, we're creating a 2x2 set, all right? And we run this to the boundary. If we were to run it to the field, we run more of an arrow route with the back, okay? So here it is, okay? Obviously, okay, the worst situation we could have as far as a drop 8 defense, okay? But here's a good look at quarterback just trusted his progression, all right? So he looks to the rail, all right? They're aligned in what we call 3 drop, all right? Pre-aligned Tampa 2, okay? So the corner takes away, okay, the back, all right? It's key for the back here. He's still got to outside release him and pull this defender and turn his eyes, all right? But the corner, flat defender, okay, occupies the back. Our eyes now go to the next backer inside, okay? So now we're putting, okay, in this look, the Sam backer in conflict. We're going to read his shoulders. He opens his shoulders and takes away the OTB, okay? Obviously, we just drop it down to our shallow. He has square shoulders, all right, on my shallow. Now I just continue to progress through, and I'd be putting the ball in the OTB right here, okay? So go look at it, 3-step drop, okay, know the rail, okay, hitching, all right, reading the next backer inside, open shoulders, boom, put it on him, okay, allow him to catch and run, and it's 3rd and 6 here, so we got to knife the D and go and win, okay? Something that we did at ASU and we brought to NAU is on 3rd down on those chain downs, okay? We call them chain downs. We have our whole sideline do this right here, chains, okay? Keeps the whole sideline engaged. And also our wideouts now, quarterbacks and skill guys, identify where that marker's at, okay? They know, hey, I need 6 yards. So now Chance knows when he catches this thing, he's got to knife the D and get 2 more yards, okay? So our guys got to know where that 1st down marker is, okay? So here's a good look at it. And again, we got a lot of Arizona kids. That's Chance Brewington, Hamilton High alum, okay? A guy who is going to have a big-time year for us. He missed last year with a shoulder injury, all right? Okay, here's a look at USC running it. This was something Clay Helton used to run back in the day, Sarkeesian. I think we actually got the play from them when we were at ASU, okay? But as you can see, no to the rail, okay? Yes to my shallow, okay? No to the rail, yes to my shallow. Just putting it on the 2nd, reading the progression. And again, what we tell our quarterback with how we run our mesh and the rules is if it's man-to-man, I should be able to put that on the rail or my shallow because we have 2 revs for both of those routes, okay? If it's zone, all right, now I have my triangle read setting up, all right, where I got my OTB, all right, 10 yards, all right. I got the corner of the triangle there, and then I got my other piece of the triangle sitting in the opposite tackle box right here, all right? So that's how we teach it, and I think it's just less expensive than green grass, zone, man rules on it, okay? If the quarterback goes through his progression and we take the right splits, they're going to get in the right spot at the right time, okay? And as you can see here, instead of having the stop route, they just have that rope motion up over the top to create rotation from the secondary away from where they're getting their 4-man distribution, okay? All right, another look at it here. Okay, so again, okay, just looking at the Rams running it, okay, we're going no to the rail, all right, 57 takes it away, okay. How do we feel about my shallow, okay, don't love that either, all right, with the with the safety coming down on it, I'd be throwing OTB right now, okay? Or this guy would have to burst and sit in the opposite tackle box, and I have to put it on his inside ear, okay? Looks like Goff still got it down, all right, to his shallow. All right, get a few more looks at it here. Okay, here's the Chiefs running it again. Again, motion, short motion down. End of the day, fellas, we're going to get to a 2x2 alignment, all right, with our back, all right, free release rail into the boundary. Okay, so here it is, okay? No to my rail, okay? You can see Kelsey does a good job of setting this mesh here for Tyreek Hill. He's going to stay on the run, catch it, and knife the deep. Okay, obviously helps when you got weapons like him there. All right, okay, another clip from the Super Bowl here. Okay, they're aligned, all right, and they're off alignment, 3x1 to the field. Same thing, bringing them in motion, all right? A lot of different ways to window dress it, getting 2x2, okay? You can see on the mesh here, they do a good job of slapping hands. We just tell them scrape paint, all right? Getting as close to that shoulder as I can, all right? And then dipping and getting flat off of it, okay? So in man-to-man, we ensure that guy can't sneak through, and the guy setting the mesh needs to know that if there's a guy running, I got to get a piece of his shoulder, all right? There's a pretty good look at it. And again, okay, still zone, all right, by the Patriots. That rail route's got to run, got to get an outside release on that defender, the flat defender, to turn his eyes. Because as you can see here, he drops it down in the shallow, and now that flat defender is in position to make a tackle because the running back didn't do his job on the rail. Okay, and you know running backs, if they're not getting that ball, a lot of times they're just going to stop on their route. No, if you don't get it, mandatory outside release, stay on my rail. Okay, I want to get to a few clips of working the OTB, okay? Skip over these ones real quick. Okay, here's a look at us ASU days playing USC in the Coliseum, okay? And as you can see right here, take away DJ Foster on the rail, okay? So now my eyes are going to go to the next backer inside, okay? This backer is what? Square shoulders. So where should I go with the football? Throw it to my OTB, okay? 10 yards over the ball, okay? He throws it down. Luckily, we got a really good athlete who's able to pick up the first down here. But the quarterback's eyes, okay, and his progression should tell him work the OTB, all right? Nobody on him. Okay, next look at it here, okay? Here's another look at Ohio State running it. All right, one of their favorite concepts, did a great job of how they window dress it. Okay. All right, okay, another look at the under. Get to a few more clips here, fellas, and then we'll get to questions on these. All right, so here's later in the year, Ohio State running against Michigan State. They went 3x1 here. This guy's just a clear out guy, trying to clear the corner and the safety out, okay? But he's not part of the quarterback's progression. So instead of having a stop route on the backside, okay, they're just going to have him cleared out. Still exact same read on the progression, okay? So taking a look at it, quarterback rail route, no, okay? Here's a good look at next defender inside, jumps the shallow route, okay? No, so I'm going to hitch, and now we got our triangle read for our zone, okay? He should sit, all right, 10 yards, all right? Give his shoulders to the quarterback. He's kind of drifting there, all right? We want to have the ability to put that on his left shoulder so he can turn away from the defense and knife him, okay? He's got to do a better job of bursting and sitting in his route there. Okay, good job by the quarterback. Okay, so it should be 3-step. All right, I should be able to read my rail. Okay, shallow picture. All right, I'm hitching to my OTB. All right, I'm hitching to the opposite tackle box, and we got a 2-hitch rule. Anytime I got to hitch more than 2 times, now I'm going to take off running. Okay, so good look at it right there, working the OTB. Okay, so again, no to my rail, no to my shallow, OTB. And again, he's got to do a better job of sitting in zone for us. Okay, 10 yards over the ball. All right, another look at it here. Okay, heavier tight end set look. Okay, no to my rail. Okay, backer square shoulders again. Okay, jumps my shallow. So where do I go? Okay, OTB. If the mic were to relate, all right, to my OTB, then this guy again, he's got to win in zone. So what does he have to do? He has to burst this defender and sit. And I'm going to put that on his inside ear so he can knife the D. All right. Unfortunately, I don't think we have any clips of that on here. Okay, but here's a good look. All right, no to my rail. All right, no to my shallow. I'm hitching up and getting my triangle progression. You can see it right here. Okay, triangle progression now, okay, to win in zone. All right, so the thing I love about this play, fellas, is yes, it's a man beater. All right, it's a form of mesh, but we have built-in answers for everything that the defense does. So this is a great cover-all play, and we do call it in man-to-man situations. So we get in the red zone 15, all right, to 10-yard line. Really good call. Also in that third and medium range, really, really good call. And then if they do decide to drop out in zone, like that UTEP clip where they dropped 8 on us, all right, it's still very hard to defend, all right, when you're flooding, okay, one side of the field with the 4-man distribution, okay? So really like these two concepts. Okay, we're opening up to questions here in a second. See if we got any more here of him going all the way through the progression. Okay, the thing about these concepts, guys, is we just tell a quarterback sweep progression. Okay, left to right with my progression. All right, and we categorize our quarterback reads. All right, in 5 different categories. Obviously, these 2 are sweep progression reads. And so it's his job as a quarterback that I'm going to say, hey, read exactly like this. So I'm still keen reading exactly the same, just moving across the field. And it's my job as a coach, game plan wise, of how we're going to distribute those wide receivers, okay, and those skill guys across the board to attack the defense, okay? So I think that's one thing we did really well offensively, and why we were able to have so much success throwing the ball is we made it really easy on our quarterback. Okay, so hey, I'm reading and I'm progressing this thing exactly the same. It's a sweet progression, all right, and we just have different concepts built into that. All right, so here's another look at it. Okay, working the OTB. Okay, let's see here if we have any more ones before we get to questions here. All right, so here's one of them working it to the field. Okay, this is something we don't really do because we just run our mesh concept. Okay, but if we did do it to the field, I would say that I would like this guy on more of just an arrow for it to time up with the progression. I think that a rail all the way to the field takes too long. And if it's man-to-man and 11 here does his job and gets a rub on his upfield shoulder, okay, then we're going to drop it and get it to our back in space where he can catch and run anyways. Okay, so to the field, if you are going to run it to the field, I would have an arrow rule for my back, all right, and then to the boundary, the rail concept. Okay, so here's a good look. All right, him going all the way through it. Okay, no, no, no. All right, getting to his 4th read in the progression. Okay, and we tell him just to sit in the opposite tackle box.
All right, Flu, you ready for questions?
Yeah, I think that's good there. All right. Let's let me try to get off this here, the screen share.
Anybody that's got questions, just go ahead and raise your hand for Coach Flugrad, okay? So the first one will be Coach Hanley. You're up, man.
You there? Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I thought I was messed up.
Me too, but it was me. Hey, on your single back, without when you're not doing the insert there, you're just doing like trips, regular formations on that RPO. What are you doing with the back there if he's like, releasing? Are you just having him block after the play action, or is he getting into a route too?
Yeah. Like so again, I know a lot of those clips we're throwing the ball. But that is an RPO, probably more of a PRO, right? Pass run option,
Yeah.
right? We're really looking to throw it. So again, on that, as far as back, if he doesn't have a stay call, he's getting the ball. If he doesn't get the ball, it's just ball to backer. So he's going to run his track and then go and block whoever shows up in case the quarterback goes to take the RPO and they end up giving a look that he didn't think, or wideout falls down or something like that. He's taught to just follow the back on the run play. So that is a called run, and we just have a lot of built-in RPOs off of it.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Any other questions for Coach Pflugrad? All right, Coach Hargraves, you're up, man.
Hey, bud, how we doing?
Good. How you doing, Coach?
Good stuff. Hey, I wanted to go back to I think it was your second RPO you were talking about, the wrap in concept.
Mm-hmm.
So say you're getting a team that's running, too high stuff and then rolling in late post snap to like a 3 buzz week.
Yeah.
Taking away the dilly read pre snap and then rolling that down late and then giving you that 7-man box. How are you guys handling that type of situation?
Yeah. So on that, what we're really telling our quarterback on that is if you don't have the dilly, then you're responsible for the D gap defender to the field. So when the 3 buzz look, obviously the safety would become that D gap defender. And so if he were to fit and really get down into the run, then we would treat him just as if it were an extra backer fitting, and we go inside out with our window concept. Okay. But we also have the rule that late fit is no fit. So if he is fitting late, and a lot of times in 3 buzz, they are going to be fitting late because they're trying to disguise it, as you're talking about, showing a too high look and then him buzzing in there late. We're going to hand the ball off, and the back's going to be 5 yards downfield before he can come and hit him.
Gotcha. Appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Coach Mons, you're up.
I got it. It's been fun. I'm chasing my kids around, but I've been listening the whole time. But I wanted to ask you, what are your coaching points for your receivers on the glance route?
Yeah, so the glance, we struggle with that as far as physicality wise. So we might do, I watched your GT thing. That was awesome. But same with you, when you guys have your 5-yard speed out, when he's pressed, a lot of times you'll just give him the go. We're thinking about doing that as well. But if he has free access, I'm just bursting off the ball, drive phase, 5 steps, and then I got to build that trust angle. So I got to get real skinny with that angle and be between the defender and the ball, okay? And then against press, what we're telling him is he's trying to work an inside release and then press back into the corner. So I'm going to press, and I got to strike and separate, okay? So when he gets pressed, no longer can I really do it off of 5 steps. So we just tell him, get press in at 8 yards, strike and separate. So we still want that 8-yard depth if he's pressed, and it's no longer off of steps and more off of the yardage.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Any other questions for Coach Pflugrad? Jonathan, you're up, man. Jonathan.
I think he was still
talking,
muted.
but I was still muted.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so my question was a little clarification on the dilly concept. So it starts off with the first RPO, the dilly's on the 2 receiver side, and the second RPO, it's on the single side. I was just wondering how is that dependent upon the run in the RPO or?
Yeah. So again, that first one, the quarterback is going to open, all right, to the boundary. Okay. So he's opening with midline to the boundary. So obviously he's not going to be able to read the field. So that's just pre-snap. Okay. So it's based upon pre and post snap, it's still the exact same run play for the offensive line and the running back. But the reason why we did that, Jonathan, was we only had that first call in. And what ended up happening was they started adding the seventh defender as far as that apex guy to come and stop the run. And our quarterback's back was turned to him, so he couldn't read him post snap. Okay, so we want to have two ways to do it, to where it's basically, if they're in a too high shell, it's where are they adding the seventh defender? Okay, if they're a team that's going to add it from the field, that apex guy, then we want to have that wrap concept and the quarterback open up to the field. If they're a team who wants to add it from the boundary, and the seventh hat in the box is that boundary safety as the quarter safety, then we want to read him. So it's more of a game plan type of thing of how is this defense going to add a seventh hat in the box? And then if they align with seven hats in the box, we want to have answers to that pre-snap wise by taking the field the field slice concept or the boundary glance concept. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, Coach Fugrad. Appreciate your time, man. It's always a pleasure. You got anything for us?
No, appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, my email is just my name, aaron.flugrad@nau.edu. Would love to talk to you guys, learn some ball from you guys as well. So again, appreciate your time.
Thanks, Coach Flu.
Thank you.
All right, guys, as we kind of transition here,